All right, welcome to September 2nd stochastics uptrend. On the scoreboard, we have a minus, the first ratio is -6. Remember, loss ratios are minus 1 point. We have EPS at 5. We have 5 EPS or break evens. Exit, we still have no wins on the winners column. Let's go get started. So here we are with Uber at 20 million shares. So yeah, just think of just move the decimal point to the right, to the right. That's what the E7 stands for. 20 million shares, and we are triggered to trade when we're up and running. Okay, that takes us now to Coca-Cola. And here at Coke, go ahead and pin these guys. All right. So now we're here at Coke, and Coke, it looks like Coke has cleared the gantry. It has. It cleared the gantry. So we are now going to be able to put our trend line, our marker. Reminder that it's cleared the gantry, and that is the exit that we're looking for. Okay, BT. Let's see. This might have to be another. Very tight, very tight. Okay, the high was 1270. So this would have been no, not the high. Close. 1247. Yeah, 1247. And this, it cleared the gantry. So we have another one who has now cleared. Now, what's good about it is that in case there's a reversal, for options, it's going to be a small loss, anywhere from a minus, I've seen the lowest -4 to -15 on EPS stops. For stocks, there's a break even. It's just a commission, whatever you pay for the trade to get in and out. And if you're doing trades on at Tastyworks, over at Tastyworks, this will cost you a dollar. Oh, you know what? I don't remember the price schedule, but it's very cheap. It's very, very cheap over at Tastyworks. So the point is that we're going to stay at break even here. All right, let's go on. Let's keep on trucking here. All right, where are we? Oh, nice. It almost has cleared the first ratio. There's our first ratio right there. A little bit more tomorrow. Well, yeah, tomorrow's Friday. You know, and a little bit more Friday, we'll be able to go to the first ratio and lock that in, and then it's done until it gets to the third ratio for the third ratio out. This is a 3-to-1 exit forward testing. We're not doing DTE because this will go for good DTE forward testing. We're talking about doing the next 90 to 120 days of just forward testing. There's no patience. The only way you can do anytime you can do testing on DTE trading is actually going back and use the Thinkorswim, think back and do that trading there. Unless you have your trading if you have your trading records, which you would have here at Thinkorswim, you can go back and say, okay, if I had done the trade as a 3-to-1, where would have been my entry on my past trades, and would those trades still lose, or would they still have made money? So that's a good way of testing. That is back testing, and that's one way of back testing. Another way of back testing, if you have a programmer who can go in and program it for you and come up with the results. That's kind of cool. I don't have those skills. Moving on, KMI. All right, KMI. Look at that. We were down here. Our stop is based off this low, which is 1613. We came over here and our low got to 1614 by 1 penny. 1 penny. The Rockwell 1 penny right there. If you have done a 10 cents, which is what my daughter likes, and my daughter usually trades in stocks below 100, or her zone is $10 to 100, because that's where she finds options for her in her budget. That definitely would have been in her ballpark that she would not have been stopped out. But look at this, we're not stopped out. It's now doing a nice little push, and it only has to get 1660 is the EPS, and the close was 16, so it's 18 cents. 18 cents away, and then close above our entry price, and then we can go to the EPS here on KMI. All right, ASIN. All right, ASIN. Oh wow, look at that. Holy cow. Now, what's the good about that? The good is that we're already qualified in all our ratios. What's the bad? The bad, if this was a options trade, you would have been hit with slippage. We're talking about massive slippage. I mean, consider that if you're looking at an option close at 77 right there, and your option cost is 77, and then you open and you got here, you would have been filled. This move here, you're looking at the option at $77.30, and it opened at 87.89, of a whole $10, the end result is you would have gotten a $5 at 50 delta. That would have been an extra $5 on top of what the option would have gone for. That's in the option, usually not 100%, but rule of thumb, options usually are about 10% of the price. Yeah, options are usually around, this would be like 7.73. 7.73. Let's call it that for just discussion purposes without going into the deep numbers way over here in the monitor. All right. $5 on top of the 7 you're anticipating, you would have been, this option would have cost you $12. And then it closed up here. All right. In our study though, if this was a stock, it was the same problem. You would have anticipate paying $77.33, and you would have got filled at opening of 87.89. So let's go ahead and mark off that we have now passed the first and unfortunately, by the rules of engagement, this is actually a win. That's another thing too. If you set up your order ticket to say, okay, I'm buying at 77 or greater, and it opens at 89, it opens at 87.89, and then it pops above the third ratio. The third ratio is already figured off these guys. You already know the number is 89.31, and it reaches up high of 90. You would have been stopped out here, and this would have been declared a win. Yes, that's very, very true. So we have a win, and it's not the greatest win, but we're only testing ratio. We're testing ratio, not the actual, excuse me, not the actual, if we had done this trade. Again, if it was an option, yeah, that's another thing too. You would have paid the option at $12, and if you set the options to set and forget it 3-to-1, then you would have got out. You would have got in, and this would have been a day trade. Another good point. That is a day trade. Even if it's a winning day trade, it's a day trade. The computer system doesn't care if you win or lose money. If you got in and out of the trade in the same day, it's a day trade, and then there'll be a mark against you for accounts under 25,000. So, I need a referee here. This is not cool that and by the rules of engagement. Now let's review something here too. We found this on a scan here, but if our scanner was engaged back here, right there, look, stochastic uptrend, RSI uptrend, green histogram here would have been a high. It would have been off because they need a green histogram. The order would not have triggered. This order doesn't, this would not be here because it's a red histogram. You need these three. So you would have set the order for the body, and it would not trigger. It went right back down. So now the order is canceled. Remember, stochastic orders are canceled if not triggered. And then wait for, depending on the scanner, to deliver you better opportunity. So now this is downtrending. Now we have an uptrending again, uptrending, and we have a green candle here. So the green candle is here, it goes up. There's the green candle right there, 18.8, 18, yep, and a high, and it doesn't trigger. So again, another pullback. Now we have another up climb. There's the green, there's the up climbing stochastic, there's the green histogram, there's the rising RSI. This order would have triggered, and it would have been slippage. In the options, you would, and then also too in stocks, you would anticipate buying it at here on the open of 70 at the close of 77.18. Let's round it off. We'll use my method of 77.20. 77.20, you would have been open at 78.37. So that would have been almost $1.20 slippage, and then it get pulled back. But now here's your stop. Your stop is here on this low. This is your swing low on the low side. And there's your stop right here. And the stop is never triggered. So this trade would have triggered and then hopped along here. And then boom, this happens today. That's right. The scanner will sometimes help you find something just before the pop happens, because all the indicators line up. And even though this is kind of choppy down here, the bottom line is that it qualified. So your entry would have been here, and then you would have got that. So you would have been filled on this open at 78. And today you would have been enjoying a close of 89. And at 89, that's $11. That's an $11 jump. And $11 divided by multiplied by the delta of 50 on options would have been $6.50 on top of your option right here. That would have been a fantastic, beautiful trade. And if you do the 3-to-1, set and forget it off this here, you would have been stopped out and taken your profit and gone home. For those who are a little bit more more aggressive, they would have just do last bar low once it crosses above the third ratio, or they would look for dipper. They would look for swing low and use swing low as a way out. There are several ways of the exits. All right, we are going to have to call this a win, as much as I hate to, but if this had been programmed, it would have happened. And you are dead, and it's correct. We risk 1 to make 3, even though it's not a 2-3. But we're going to go ahead and mark this up. 9/2 and win exit 3-to-1 and gets a +3. All right. Okay, so and then again, this is forward testing in real life. Again, I guess like I said earlier, in real life you still would have made a profit. Not much. You still would have made a profit if you were to take profit at 3-to-1. The last bar low, they still would be in the trade. They would just move their stop here. That's all. Last bar low here, or again, you could also move the and this close above. So you can actually move this. You can move your stop to the first H right there, and that would be feasible. So all right, we already awarded the points. We're just gonna move on. Oracle. So what happened with Oracle? Let's see. Alrighty, not stretching out very well. Okay, order triggered, but it has not cleared the full gantry. EQT. It crossed the first ratio, but it hasn't yet to cross above the full gantry. So we'll be waiting for it to clear that full gantry, and then we'll go ahead and move it there and to the first ratio. Gilead is still in play. VRTS. Ooh, nice. Oh, talk about some good money here. Yeah. Nice. Now, let's talk about this one here. Does it qualify for the first ratio stop? Not in this forward testing. We want clear the gantry. And also, look, it did not even clear the gantry to the EPS. So we're going to have to wait this out for another day. So the price closes above here. So then we get EPS, and the price closed completely above 1511, higher up. Then we'll go to first exit. I mean, first ratio exit setup. Okay, HERM. Okay. Ooh, this is nasty. This is a loss. Yeah. Wow. Look at that. We got in and boom, got hit. And everything, this was totally unexpected. And this happens. This is a good example of the market. Oh, the market always goes up. No, the market never always goes up. The market always goes down. No, the market doesn't always go down. The market is always moving. That is true. All right. So here we're going to mark off our exit. We have a loss here. So, excuse me, +3, -1, and we'll call this is a loss exit, and it's on initial. And it's initial, and it's a -1. Loss exit initial and -1. Here it is. And we'll put our official trend line to show it. There we are. Boom. Done. Okay, so we have a -1, the +3 and a -1. Moving on. All right. Oh, it's pushing. Fubo is pushing over so much to get to that ratio. Yes. All right. Okay. A light. Oh, nice push again on A light. We'll see if we can get some movement here, get that clearance on that, get to that first ratio. Okay, we have some great potentials. Okay, it's cleared. This CVS has cleared its entry, so it's now got a It's now got a EPS. There we go. Western Digital. Western Digital has not cleared its first. It's not cleared its initial. It is still between the two. Alrighty, lift. It's getting there. Not yet. SO not cleared yet. Southern Company. ESA not cleared yet. PG. Oh, PG has earned an EPS entry price stop. So we're able to put it entry stop price right there. Okay. Now I went back and checked this. I went back and did look at this, and it turned out our entry was based ever so slightly. This is ever so slightly. The scanner picked it up, and this did earn an EPS. So it is in the right place. Okay. All right, let's move this down a little bit more. CL. Okay, CL is triggered and it's in the game. See, it's much nicer having the watch list and just click and do it. And it's working. HBI is working its way up there. Figs has already earned EPS and it's working hard to get its first ratio lock in. Okay. We got, look, cleared. It opened and cleared. It cleared a nice little gap. It's perfect. Nice textbook. You're able to move the stop from here. You set your stop up here yesterday for the trade. The trade triggers. You come in and check. Oh, you have cleared the gantry. So there. So the close here was 25.21 and it's 25.22 is correct. And we are now here at EPS. Alrighty. Working on it. It's not clear just yet. A little more push. Dominion did Dominion get triggered? That's going to be a very good question. Let's find out because this was a yesterday trade, a yesterday scan. All right, so the close is 78.98. We are going 78.99. We're doing the Rockwell buffer, so it is 78.99. Okay, let me look at that one more time. It closed at 78.98, and we're 78.99. Our stop is this low here, 77.43. So we'll go ahead and fix this. 77.43. We now have made this an official. And now we're going to look at this high. If this high has cleared the 78.99, it did. It got 79.01. The high was 79.01. This trade is triggered. Therefore, we are here. We do have an initial stop in play. Right there. There's our initial stop, and now we'll move on. Okay. Alrighty. TBT, not much. All right. And you can see the forward testing, it takes less than half an hour. And we are doing a lot. Okay, clear the gantry. So now our stop is here for AEP. There. Okay. Did not clear? No. In fact, we're gonna have to, now that this is actually in play or getting in play. All right, this is getting in play. Let's go ahead and make this official. So the close is here, and that close was 33.53. We make it gonna make 33.54. We are using the Rockwell, and the low is based off this swing low right here, and the swing low here is 32.66. 32.66. This is now an official. Now we're going to see, of course, the order triggered here, and we did clear the gantry. So there we are. Another EPS has been awarded. Alrighty. Right. Okay. This already has its first ratio. That's all we're going to do now is wait to see if we can clear that 3-to-1 and collect that Duke Realty. Okay, here we are. We're still sitting here. We're still sitting here on the original. It hasn't cleared the gantry, so we can go ahead and mark it off down here. Also, you notice too that because these are 3-to-1 trades, we're not going to be waiting 3 months for DTE. And like I said, DTE, according to the theorists and the actual people that I've talked to, DTE is going to pay handsomely. You saw KR in the first video at 344%. But do a person has the patience? Now, the traders that I talked to, the 3 traders, or actually 5 traders who are very deep in this, 4 traders who are very deep in this. One trader is not, he's into it, but he's not as deep as the other 4. They have the patience. They open up, they check their stuff, they shut it down, and one has a regular job, and the other 2 are financially independent. So we cleared the gantry. So here we are. Yeah, why is this trend line not responding? There we go. All right. And didn't clear the gantry. All right. Not yet. So the first stop is actually down here. At the initial. And not cleared the gantry, and stop is still down here. Okay. So there we are. All right. I know this video takes a long time, and I appreciate those who are able to go through it and learn that trading is an agreement. It's a relationship, and you need to know your exits before you get into that relationship. You need to know what you're going to do if things don't go correctly. Also, too, what's disappointing is a lot of these qualified. Remember, we have a $2 million share threshold, and all these down here have fallen below that 2 million threshold. All right. With that said, that does take us now to scanner time. So we're going to shift this out, and we're going to leave that open. We're going to move this out, and let's go to scanner time. And as you can see, scanner's already to our optional. There's our 2 million shares threshold, our $10 to 100. And let's go ahead and run it. Oops, excuse me. And the answer is for today, we have only two. And this has been here before. This was in here before. So let's go ahead and mark up the chart. And now we don't need the name of the, so, and then see here, this was one of, we started this testing back in August 12th, but at that time the parameters, we discovered that the parameters for the stochastics was not correct. So that's what, and then we were tracking the option on it too, which took a little bit of work. It took a little bit right there. There it is, right there, August 12th. So that note refers back to this Fibonacci, and you see it never reached this third ratio and then retreated, so it would have got stopped out right here at the first ratio. We got to stop right here and get back some of our get back all our trading capital with maybe a little bit of profit to pay for some of our efforts. But we're starting fresh here, so here we go. We'll go from the top of the body to the low swing there, and boom, done. Our other one is CNP. Alrighty. And now when this might be deceiving, another point, this is actually only less than $1. And the ATR is 44, so it's almost a little over 2 ATR. So you got to be very careful that you see something like that. Oh, it's so wide. You got to look at the numbers, and then you have to judge the numbers based off the ATR. This is perfectly fine. So we are in, and that is a conclusion of today's report for, let me go ahead and add them now. Add them here to our watch list. And that's how you add it to the watch list, and how you take it off the watch list is just click on it and blank it out. And that's how you do it. And now the watch list is up to date. And there we are. We're done. Okay, with that, we're going to conclude today's report for stochastics uptrend, with the score would now be changing to a -7 and a win ratio and then a 3 over here. I know it's not a perfect point system because of that long tail, but the bottom line is it's proving, does the 3-to-1 ratio work? That is the foundation of this whole forward testing, is not just the stochastic, but also what is your exit rules in getting you out of the trade with profit. And with that, it's a good night, and I thank you very much. Take care, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.